Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I will be your host for today, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. And now for the latest on the hit list. Now, the Namibia Football Association yesterday released a media release where they expressed contention with the fact that the meeting that took place between them and the clubs went well. However, the clubs have now fired fresh salvos at the NFA. Some Premier League clubs have dismissed the press release by the Namibia Football Association, citing misleading content about the meeting they recently had. The response by the aggrieved clubs comes in the wake of tension which is brewing between the association and some of the football clubs. The NFA issued a statement on Tuesday stating that the meeting went well and a committee was appointed to oversee proceedings of the league while under the leadership of the association. The statement was, however, rebuffing by the clubs that are eager to have the Premier League independent. Contrary to the NFA's claims, and some NPFL members did not reaffirm any commitment to the current association management model of the NFA. Instead, the discussion centered on the full independence of the NPFL as a member of NFA in line with the newly adopted NFA statutes, which clearly recognizes in the NPFL as an independent entity entitled to manage its affairs without a third-party interference, just like all other members of the NFA. The statement reads. And now, we recently also had an interview with Titus Kunamene, who is on his way to Uganda, where he will be part of the CHAN competition. Let's hear from him. Mr. Kunamene, I understand you are set to travel soon. As a man that has been around for big competitions, including the Africa Cup of Nations, and you can name them all, what is the latest development?
Yeah, no, thank you, my brother. As you have said, I'm set to travel. I'm on my way to Uganda for the CHAN. So normally I travel to these competitions as a general coordinator, but this time around, we have a lot of expertise and titles, so I'm going to be a team services officer. So I will be based in Uganda, and I will be responsible for all the logistics of the teams that are based in Uganda. So it's going to be very, very hectic. It's not an easy job, but by the grace of God, we are going to pull it through. But also, in that fashion, I really want to comment and to give thanks to the Executive Council of the Namibia Football Association for the opportunities that they are creating for us. I mean, you are aware that we are having around 4 women that has been part of the Women AFCON in Morocco. Jackie, Lorraine, Helvi, and Di Maria as a referee. So that shows you that there is development in Namibia Football Association. So I'm also going to be accompanied by another woman, Christine Neumbo. She's going to be a security officer, I think, in the venue of Tanzania. So yeah, we are really going to be busy, and we are thankful. We are going to represent the lands of the brave there, and we will wish for the nation to pray for us and for Africa, so that we showcase the world that what Africa can do.
Okay. In terms of such a role, yes, you have been a general coordinator and all that. Being specifically in that team services, is it the first time under that, or have you done it already before?
No, I have done it before. When when you are trained as a general coordinator, there are a lot of aspects that you have been trained for. For an example, security, team services, and so on. The last AFCON also in Cote d'Ivoire, I was not a general coordinator. I did the team services in the venue of Bouake. So it's not something new. It's something that we have been trained for. We have been also doing for quite some times. So it's something that I know. Yeah.
Thank you so much and good luck and have a safe.
Thank you very much.
Now, the club Women's Champions League is about to commence, and Beauties FC are part of this one. The club has recently also secured a lucrative deal in terms of their streaming and all that. Let's hear from Salome Iyambo about that.
Ms. Yambo is the owner of Beauties FC. I understand the club has signed a lucrative signature with a TV production company, MES, in terms of so that your games can be streamed all that next season. Just tell us what does this mean for the club and what does this deal entail?
Thank you very much. I think there is a lot of confusion with the Namibian community. Yes, indeed, we signed this great agreement with MES. For us, this is a streaming platform for us to be able to bring our games closer to the people that are supporting us. We have a lot of supporters in Namibia, in 14 regions and beyond our borders. And as you know, that women's football is not showcased anyway in most cases. 1 or 2 games normally get broadcasted on national television. For us to be able to bridge that gap is to ensure that we live stream our games so we could showcase the skills of our athletes. Perhaps it could attract international contracts. Perhaps it could attract more sponsorship support as people get to know and experience and witness what is it that we are made of and what is it that we give on and off the field. So for us is to be able to just give our visuals to people. It's about visibility of the team and our sponsors.
Okay, and as to the club itself, obviously it's off season and all that. Are there any movements that you can reveal at the moment? What is happening?
Yes, we are busy on the market. Nothing that we can announce right now. Of course, it might be off season, but we are preparing for the CAF Women Champions League zonal qualifiers that is upcoming in 22 to the 31st of August. We were fortunate enough also to be given a boost by some key members of the Women's Super League elite players that are coming to us on loan for us to boost our chances and that of Namibia at the participation of this competition.
Okay, at this competition, who are you preparing to face? Is it not out yet?
The draw is not done, but of course, it's every champion of every COSAFA nation that will be drawn in our group. Should we proceed also to the semi-finals and the finals, that is what we are expected to play against the champions of every top-tier league in the COSAFA nations.
All right. So does the team still do a lot of work? Obviously during off season, the training. What time do you guys do that?
We commence with training. We are training at different fields, mostly our home ground that was granted to us by the NFA is a technical center. And we also seek to, of course, give our girls game time or training at natural pitch fields, as we do not know what to expect when we go out of this country for this international competition. Thank you.
And now we recently also had an important match in the NSSR League between Windhoek High School and Pro Ed Academy. Windhoek High School beating Pro Ed there 61-18. Let's enjoy those highlights once again.
NSSR Rugby Windhoek High School taking on Pro Ed at Vechop Stadium. This is how it transpired. Windhoek High School early on trying their best to swing it down the line, but it was this interception by Pro Ed's number 13 getting it done for the visitors as they tried their best to assert themselves in this game. Try by Milas Nieuwolot. The kick was also successful. Windhoek High School then trying to re-establish themselves in this game. There was a bit of slippery play each time the ball was going down the line. But this time, they were starting to get some confidence in their step with that run from Luke Sal. Windhoek High School playing at home, playing for pride, and so much more. Nifty kicking from Mr. Van Wyk. That was throughout the game, Macrean Van Wyk. And time again setting his team up for success. Yet another Van Wyk kick. And this turned into a try from Dominic Isaacs. Emphatic in fashion. Windhoek High School officially getting themselves back in the game right at home. And Macrean Van Wyk coming to complete what he started. 2 points on the board. Windhoek High School 7, Pro Ed 7. Pro Ed with a strong run from the number 12 there, Alvandro Diegard. This was an opportunity for Pro Ed to really establish themselves in the game. They didn't manage to capitalize now. This line out from Windhoek High School, something to behold as the ball pops down the line with efficiency, with class, ending in a try from the fly half. Macrean Van Wyk, yet again, getting it done. And of course, converting fairly consistently throughout this game. I think he only missed one conversion. Windhoek High School taking each opportunity that was placed in front of them. And this was yet another one where they came through with efficiency and a big runner from a big man. Windhoek High School getting themselves into a comfortable position with regards to their scoreline and their fly half doing what needed to be done. Macrean Van Wyk with yet another conversion for the team. Windhoek High School by this time had more than rhythm. As you can see from this strong run from Peter Jan Strydom. Getting it done, chucking the ball back with pride and a sense of accomplishment. Justin Engelbrecht for Pro Ed, trying to keep them in the game, adding those 3 points to the board. But the Windhoek High School rally just kept going. A gift that kept giving. Everything to be proud of as Jaden Bok went across the line that time for the boys in blue, playing at Vechop Stadium. Windhoek High School, this time starting off from a nifty kick. Van Wyk to Van Wyk. This time it's Steven Van Wyk going across the line for the gentlemen who put their all in this game with solid effort throughout. Windhoek High School kept applying the pressure. Plays such as this, giving Pro Ed no choice but to take it out into touch. And this, yet another very efficient Windhoek High School try, this time coming from Isaiah Kadhondovi. Windhoek High School was firing on all cylinders, from the back line to the forwards and back again. Solid rugby throughout, particularly in the second half. Peter Jan Strydom passing the ball to teammate Kazondovi, who came through again for Windhoek High School. Everything to be proud of with how they asserted themselves in this game. Pro Ed was going for some extra points to keep themselves in the game. That was not a successful kick from Justin Engelbrecht, and it did lead to a Windhoek High School return, and it was a return of note. Popping the ball to Stephen van Wyk, Windhoek High School, after gaining some sizable amounts of ground there. Windhoek High School playing a very consistent game, and this time William Bekus getting it started for his teammate to finish it off, with their efforts being fully rewarded. And this time, Pro Ed needed something, a consolation of sorts. It came from Miles Narib. The hooker who was troubled throughout the game had a contribution. Let's go have a look at what the captains had to say.
Maar ja, is dit 'n baie goeie span, baie sterk manne. Maar ja, ek dink daar's nog 'n proeven wat ons kan doen.
Julle kom natuurlik ook van 'n hartseer verlies af teen Moria laasweek. Waar dink jy het dit verkeerd gegaan vir julle? Waar dink jy is die sleutelpunte waar julle moet verbeter?
Ek dink ons fiksheid definitief, ons manne blaas baie. So dink ons fiksheid met werk en dis maar al basies. Hande kort ook 'n bietjie werk.
Wel, dit was baie mooi spel van julle af, ongeag van wen of verloor. Ons is baie trots op julle en ons kan nie wag om te sien wat julle verder doen hierdie seisoen nie.
Baie dankie.
Okay, dankie maar. Strydom wenkaptein van WAS, Pieter Jan, hoe voel jy na vandag se wedstryd?
Wel, dit was 'n lekker wedstryd geweest. Ons boys het nogal 'n paar foute gemaak. Pro het baie goed uitgekom. Hulle is lekker sterk span. Hulle het uitgekom. Hulle het hulle bes gegee. Ongelukkig het hulle nie uitgedra wat hulle wou gehad het nie. Maar ek wil net sê baie dankie aan Pro dat hulle so ver gery het om teen ons te kom speel. En ja, dit was 'n lekker game geweest teen hulle.
Natuurlik, ongeag van wen of verloor, is daar nog steeds punte waarop daar verbeter kan word. Waar dink jy kan julle nog bietjie verbeter voor julle volgende game?
Ja, daar's redelik 'n paar foute wat ons kan regmaak, veral ons, wat is dit? Ons manne is baie vlak. Ons moet aan daai werk en verder ons moet ons koppe reg kry. Ons elke keer is dit probleem dat ons heeltyd net over eager raak en so. Maar ons sal daaraan werk vir volgende week se game. En ja.
Okay, baie dankie Pieter Jan. Ons kan nie wag om te sien wat julle volgende maak nie.
Dis reg. Baie dankie hoor.
Okay.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Skyfi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts, starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Skyfi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more. Or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared, Paratus.
Now, before I conclude, we did have a talk with Namibia Sports Commission Chief Administrator Freddie Muya recently on the youth games. After that, it will be Arioha to give us the latest international news. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha. Enjoy the rest of the day.
I'll speak from two perspectives. One is Namibia being the host, where we had the local organizing committee. Secondly, I'll talk about Team Namibia performance. As you know, this game was supposed to be hosted by Mozambique, but at the last moment, we were given to host this event as a country. It always 36-month preparation to host such an event of this highest magnitude. However, we were given less than 8 months to ensure that this event takes place in our country. I really pass a word of appreciation to the committee that we recommended and finally appointed by cabinet to ensure that they run these games under the leadership of my brother, Dr. Deolpula Hamtuma, with his team. They did a remarkable job. We really provided the fiduciary duties and the guidance that they required. I also need to thank my honorable ministers for doing a great job to ensure that funding and resources were made available, at the most shortest possible time to ensure that we could acquire whatever the needs arises. If we look at Team Namibia, this is one of the best performances of this team in the history of our republic. We used to be number 7, used to be number 8, but for the first time that we managed to become the second best, collecting at least plus or minus 24 gold medals, a lot of silver medals, and a number of bronze medals. We're followed by Zimbabwe. I know we're not sleeping because Zimbabwe was very close to us, achieving that 20 gold medal. So I'm very much happy that we did quite a good of preparation. We spent plus or minus close to 5 million preparing Team Namibia for the first time in history. And I think we are now moving in the right track, as we know that our sport industry now has been prioritized by our government. I was also impressed by the sentiment and the post that I saw from the head of state, where she's very much happy about Team Namibia performance. It's one in the papers. And I said, our head of state is following, she's watching, and for us, it's for us to deliver. And imagine the attendance, the presence of Her Excellency to the event for the official opening, and the Prime Minister, and also the First Gentleman sending the team. For me, that was history making. Closing ceremony, what a spectacular closing ceremony, whereby the Vice President also came to do the official honor. It shows commitment from the current government, shows commitment from our leaders, that it means they walk the talk. And we are going to deliver. Give us time. I'm looking about Los Angeles now, 2028, that we can produce elite athletes. Come 2028, people will be surprised the number of athletes that Namibia will be sending to the Los Angeles Games. Not only sending, but participating, but not only participating, competing, not only competing, reaching the podium performance. And then when they come home, we come and celebrate.
Yes, Honorable Chief, I also wanted to ask, Namibia proving that they can host games of such magnitude in a short period of time. What does this say about the future of hosting more games here in Namibia?
We have got, as much as people they say we don't have infrastructures, we don't have stadium. Yes, it's true for football, for international level. But other facilities, we have got cooperated with those facilities. So, and also we have got the willingness of our people to sacrifice their time and to do anything that will be possible in the shortest possible time. So we have got the capabilities, the abilities, the network is very good in our country, and the hospitality, so we can host any event of any high magnitude in our country. But we just need to improve, maybe the aspect of the stadiums. Once we have got our 3 international stadiums, accredited international stadiums, we can be able to host any event of any magnitude, starting from football, or rugby, netball, whatsoever sports that you may call. I just want to thank Namibians, especially those who came to support the games at various areas. I think I just need to encourage that going forward, we need to see more spectators. And I think we just need to improve in terms of the marketing of our games. And we are good to go.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is from the English Premier League. That will start soon on the 15th of August, and it's Manchester City that they had a challenging season last year. They finished 3rd, and they made a new signing as well, and that is related to goalkeepers. They've signed James Trafford. He's coming back to Manchester City. He's been there before in the academy. He's coming over from Burnley, and it might be a British record for a goalkeeper. They will pay for him around €31 million. So it's a strange signing in that Manchester City already do have 3 very good goalkeepers. They've got Brazilian Edison, then they also have Stefanos Ortiga and also Marcus Bettinelli. So it will be the 4th goalkeeper then for Manchester City. They also signed 2 midfield players. That is Tiani Reinders. He's signed for 46 million, and then Ryan Shirky also for 30 million. That was signed. That is Manchester City. Continuing international sports news with cycling news. It is from the Tour de France, a Femme, that is for the women. It was similar to stage 3, it was stage 4. Again, it was a sprint finish with Lorena Wiebes of the Netherlands winning, and Marianne Vos again in second position. And it was Lara Gillespie of Ireland in third position. The winning time, 2 hours, 54 minutes and 11 seconds for Wiebes. And for her first place, she's now into second place. That is in the general classifications. She's now second, 12 seconds behind the leader Marianne Vos, and in third position it is Kim Lecourt of Mauritius, and in second and third position, 12 seconds behind the leader Marianne Vos. Closing off today's international sports news with tennis news. It is from the Canadian Open, and it's in the women's side first. It is Japanese Iowa Ito. She's 21 years old. She was a qualifier. She beat Jasmine Puolini, the 7th seed, by 2-6, 7-5 and 7-6. That was a bit of a surprise. And number 1, Coco Gauff, she safely through, beating Diane Collins by 7-5, 4-6 and 7-6. And then in the men's side of the draw, it is number 1 seed Alexander Zverev safely through, beating Adam Walton by 7-6, 6-4. The number 1 seed or number 2 seed in the tournament is Taylor Fritz of the USA, and the number 3 seed is Lorenzo Musetti. So that's Canadian Open tennis. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport news again tomorrow. Goodbye.